Do you want to know how to calm down a kid? I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach parenting, good communication, and how to build strong family bonds all over the world through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're talking about how to help someone get calm. Excited to take a video and dedicate it just to calming down and how to help children and teens get calm. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about calmness and what we need to learn about the principle of calmness. And then I would like to share with you some things that maybe some people don't even know that you can teach a child about getting calm. And at the end of this video, I have a special free gift for you that should help increase your calmness too. So let's talk a little bit about calmness then. Calmness is the rarest quality in human life. It is the poise of a great nature in harmony with itself and its ideals. It is absolute confidence, conscious power that's ready to be focused in an instant to meet any crisis. When a person is calm, it's because they have practiced calmness many, many times before the moment comes when they actually need to use it. So calmness is a skill. It is also a tone. So it's a feeling that you have, but it's a type of a tone or feeling that you can practice having again and again. So for instance, the computer crashes, okay, practice calmness. You wake up late, practice calmness. You don't get the promotion, practice calmness. The children have a fight, practice calmness. Someone cuts you off in traffic, practice calmness. It's a cold day and you're feeling a little bit chilly, practice calmness, right? Every single moment in the day you can practice being calm. Then when the really big moments come, like you get fired or something big happens, then you can utilize calmness too. So with your children, it's no different. It is something that is practiced. And they have to know that it is a deliberate choice to be calm. So that's probably one of the most important things that you could teach your children is that calmness is a choice. It's something you choose. It doesn't happen to you. No one can make you calm. So let's say you get hurt, you slam your finger in a door, and then you go to your mom, Mom, my finger. And mom gives you a hug, and after a few moments of getting a hug, you finally feel like, it's okay, I'll be okay. A person might assume that it's mom that made them feel calm, or mom that made them feel better. Actually, what mom did was provided security so that the person felt like it'll be okay. I think I can be calm now. So there was, whether it was conscious or unconscious, a thought that occurred inside the brain that chose to be calm because of a feeling of security. So this is what happens when people hug a comfort object or talk to a best friend when they're having a hard day. Suddenly they feel like they can do more, or it calms them down a little bit, but it really isn't those extrinsic things that calms them. And that's the important thing to teach children, because if they learn they can choose calmness, then they will choose calmness more often. That's probably the most important thing that you could teach a person, is that calmness is a choice, especially because in our society today, we're buying into some different myths, and we have to be careful as parents not to perpetuate these myths. So one myth is follow your feelings. So no matter what I feel, I've got to follow my feelings. Well, boy, that could really help a person self-destruct really fast. You could feel all kinds of stuff, or that you want to do all kinds of stuff that you really shouldn't do. Could be illegal or even hurt other people. So following your feelings is not a good gauge for solving a problem. So we've got to make sure that we don't give in to that one. Another one of the myths that people are following in our culture is that what doesn't kill me makes me weaker. Like that literally is how people feel, which what doesn't kill you makes you weaker. And that's just the opposite of what we knew just, one generation back. In fact, there was even a song about it in the 80s or early 90s. It was what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This resilience. Well, we're losing resilience in our culture, or feeling like we can adapt to when things don't go right. In fact, we have to carry them with us, tell everybody about it, post it on social media about how bad our life is, make an excuse for every problem that we might have, because in our minds, what doesn't kill us makes us weaker. And so we carry all these burdens around with us all the time, where our children are the same way, because they are learning this in the society, even though it is an untruth. It is a myth that is not true. The final untruth that is being adopted by so many people in our society is this untruth that there are good people and there are bad people. And so constantly everyone is looking for the person that they can point at to blame their problem on. So they'll think, I felt this, so it's that person's fault, and now I cannot be okay until that person is out of my presence, or until that person, begs my forgiveness or goes away and never comes back, or, whatever it is. So suddenly then we start to become very, very controlling, because we feel like we have to carry around all this stuff, and because all these people are the cause of all of our problems. So if a person understands they get to choose to be calm no matter what happens, then they can start to look at their problems with a completely new lens. So we're going to talk about how a person looks at their problems in a healthy way, and some key things parents can do to start helping a child who is addicted to raging or to getting angry calm down. But before we do, click that subscribe button now. This channel is dedicated to helping you and your children learn self-government. And when you subscribe to the channel, not only does it help the channel grow so that we can provide more videos like this, but also it makes it so that you will see other videos when they come out in the future. And if you click that notification bell too, you will get notified when new videos come out. So here's some other surprising things that people might not know about calmness, and are things that are really going to help you. And that is that when a person chooses to be calm, they are in their front brain. Okay, so when you're starting to lose control, you go to midbrain and then back brain. But when you choose calm, you choose in your front brain. So you can tell yourself, go to front brain, go to front brain. So if you tell your children, listen, when you're in front brain, you have 100% ability to solve your problem. When you're in midbrain and you're starting to get emotional, you have maybe 40% ability to solve your problem. When you're in back brain and you are going out of control, you have maybe 10% ability to solve your problem. But you can tell yourself, you can visualize moving your brain focus to front brain, and you can actually go to the front of your head to start thinking and to choose calmness. So if you're like, oh no, I'm going back brain, that right there is a cognitive thought that puts you into front brain. But then if you think, move to front brain so that you can solve your problem, then you actually have the ability to move your processing forward in the head so that you can solve your problem. A lot of people don't know that. And you can teach that to a person. So if you talk about how the brain works with their calmness and their out of control tendencies, and then teach them that they get to choose where they're at in their brain and how to move themselves to a different part of their brain, suddenly you have given them a skill that is incredibly empowering. Now, another thing, speaking of skills, is there are key skills that help a person learn to be calm in any situation. And most people don't know this. So every decision that we make in our day-to-day life can usually be put in one of 4 categories. These 4 categories are categories for the 4 basic skills. So the 4 basic skills are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. When something goes wrong and you go out of control, it's usually because you didn't want to do it, or you didn't want to accept that something happened that you didn't like, or no answer that was given, or you didn't want to accept a responsibility for something that was your responsibility, or you did not know how to share your feelings and opinions with another person by disagreeing appropriately. So if you teach your children the 4 basic skills of self-government, which are the skills I just mentioned, then that person has more of an advantage when it comes to being calm. And in every one of those skills, one of the steps is to have a calm face, voice, and body. So this brings me to another thing, which is that you can teach a person what is calm and what is not calm. This is especially helpful with smaller children who might not have as much of an awareness about what they are looking like or even fully feeling like in the minute. So you might say to them, let's look at pictures of people who are calm. So you might go through a photo album and see pictures of people who are calm. You might also say, let's look at pictures of people who are not calm. So you might look online for people who are angry or sad or being silly or something like that that is not calm. Then you might say, let's practice being calm. Let's make a calm face and a calm voice and a calm body right now. What is not a calm body? What is not a calm face? What is not a calm voice? So you might practice all of those different things with your small child so that they understand what calmness means for them and their body. And then when you say to them, you do not have a calm face, then they know exactly what to change about their face because they've practiced being calm and doing it the right way. Another thing that can be really helpful in helping a person learn to be calm is to acknowledge when they are being calm. So often we tell a person when they're going out of control, but we don't actually acknowledge when they are choosing to be calm. And so recognizing that, praising it, maybe even having a positive consequence for when a person does choose to be calm could be really powerful so that the person chooses calmness the next time they're going out of control. So speaking of going out of control, that's the hard part, isn't it? What do you do right when they are going out of control? Well, number one, you've got to be calm. So if you don't know how to be calm yourself, then don't worry, I have a free gift for you at the end of this video that will help you with your calmness. So just hang tight on that. It will help you with your own calmness. But you being calm is vital. You cannot take their misbehavior or lack of calmness personally. Super important. Number two, teach them the words for how you will correct them every single time that you need to do a correction. So they are predictable. This decreases their anxiety, which will hopefully help them find a place of calmness quicker when the moment arises that you need to calm them down. And part of the words and skills you teach them is something called the rule of 3. Or I also, if the child is small, use a trigger spot, which I call a calm down spot, and then we go to what I call an effective correction. These are all things that are taught in the Teaching Self-Government Parenting course or the TSG Parenting course, so you can find them there. But basically, you need to teach your children ahead of time. These are the words I'm going to say. This is the procedure I'm going to follow every time so that their anxiety decreases and they can start going into front brain. Also, when I do the rule of 3, I say certain things, I give instructions during the rule of 3 that gives the person the opportunity to go to the front brain each time. There are 3 pre-teaches that I do during an intensive teaching moment when someone has gone completely out of control that help the person go to front brain as well. And I would like for you to be able to learn what all of these things are and to improve your calmness too. So I am going to give you a free gift. So I have something called a Calm Parenting Toolkit. And right now, if you go to teachselfgov.com/toolkit, then you can have the Calm Parenting Toolkit for free. That link is in the description below this video. So go to the description below this video, click the link now. I will see you there and you will be able to learn 10 tools for being calm and helping them get calm at the same time.